Hello, story time. My Life in Crime by John Kiriamiti. Jack Zollo was not born a criminal. He was born John Kiriamiti, the son of a respected teacher in Murang'a, raised with discipline and hope. But Nairobi had a way of seducing the restless. Expelled from school and disillusioned with the straight path, Jack drifted into the city's pearls, its chaos, its charm, and its shadows. The streets whispered promises of fast money, freedom, and fame. He listened. It started small. A stolen wallet here, a broken car lock there. But Jack was sharp, observant, and daring. He met Captain Ngugi, a seasoned thief who saw potential in the young man. Their first big job was a robbery in Westlands, targeting a wealthy white man. Jack walked away with 6,000 shillings. This was way back, 90s or 80s. More money than he'd ever held. But guilt followed him home. That night, watching the news with his sister Connie, he saw the crime reported. Panic surged. He fled into the night, heart pounding, unsure whether he was running from the police or from himself. Despite his growing notoriety, Jack remained tethered to his family. His mother, unaware of the full extent of his activities, demanded he return home and share his earnings. Broke and ashamed, Jack committed another robbery just to meet her expectations. He was living a double life, loving son and a ruthless thief. The contradiction gnawed at him, but he couldn't stop. The streets had claimed him. One day, fate handed him a photograph. It was on a lost ID card belonging to Miriam Nyambui, a schoolgirl. Her face captivated him. He returned the ID, and their eyes met. Lunch turned into letters. Letters turned into love. Jack was smitten. Miriam was everything he wasn't. Innocent, hopeful, pure. He tried to shield her from his world, lying about his work, his absences, his bruises. She believed him, at least for a while. But secrets have weight, and Jack's were heavy. The job grew riskier. One required him to carry a gun. He hesitated. He wasn't a killer, but the thrill, the money, and the reputation, it was too tempting. He carried the weapon, robbed the bank, and escaped. But something changed. The gun wasn't just metal, it was a burden, a symbol of how far he had fallen. Jack became a master of disguise. He posed as a businessman, a CID officer, or currently DCI officer, a government agent, and all that. Nairobi was his playground, and he wore masks like clothes. He forged documents, used fake IDs, and charmed his way into banks and institutions. His ability to switch personas made him elusive to police and admired by fellow criminals. One time, he impersonated a CID or DCI officer to gain access to a restricted area, scouting a bank for a future robbery. His audacity was unmatched. But the net was tightening. The police were closing in. Jack's name was whispered in corridors. His face was on wanted posters. He changed hideouts, burned evidence, and betrayed friends. One night, he jumped from a moving car to escape a trap. Another time, he vanished into a crowd seconds before a raid. His agility and street smarts kept him one step ahead for a while. November 1970, Jack was preparing to marry Miriam. He had promised her a new life, a clean slate. But fate had other plans. On the eve of the wedding, police stormed in. Jack was arrested. The ceremony never happened. Miriam was devastated. Jack was sentenced to prison. The double life had collapsed.